I'm sure nothing will go wrong during this recording session of Dark Souls 2, and I will perform all of the magic necessary to make it seem like we are, in fact, doing this seamlessly, without any interruptions, and without any distractions. And I will totally not be playing a video game in the background while we are recording, because that would be irresponsible, and how could I pay attention to Dark Souls 2 if I'm playing something else? Dark Souls 2. Why you gotta do this to us?
This episode of Dark Souls is brought to you by the official Dark Souls comic, issue 1, out now. Buy it. It features Angry Solaire.
I thought issue 2 just came out, like, this week, like today.
Oh, no one cares about issue 2.
It's always the first issue of a run that everyone
Just
reads.
see what's in issue 1 and then never look at it again. I mean, well, we're supposed to be giving a good endorsement. I mean, check it out. It's good.
I mean, we're not being paid to promote anything, so we can say whatever we want.
Man, that Dark Souls comic sucks.
Have you, so you mentioned, just last night I brought up, okay, I'm really jumping around here. So I've been catching up on DC Comics lately because, as everyone doesn't know, but as people may know if they, like, have paid attention to me, I'm more of a fan of DC stuff than Marvel stuff, these days.
Ooh, you've taken a side.
Yeah, it's not that I don't like Marvel, it's just that, like, DC has the stuff that more immediately grabs my attention.
Okay.
So I've been catching up on DC's most recent comics because I've been a couple months behind. And for the longest time, last couple issues, he was off the comic again. But for the longest time, John Romita Jr. was the artist for Superman.
I hear he's terrible.
Yeah, I brought it up last night. I was like, is it just me who thinks that John Romita Jr.'s art is really, really kind of bad? And
no, it's not just you. I Google searched his name and I found YouTube videos of like channels dedicated to like comic book stuff and stuff like that. And then it's videos like, hey, this person is doing Superman. How do you feel about this?
Yeah.
So he is like he's not, one of the best artists.
And it's really weird too, because like I've seen some of his stuff from, the 80s and the 90s, and like it's not bad. Like, I think he's actually just getting worse as time goes on, or he's just incapable of drawing superheroes that don't have full face masks. because some of his most famous work, I believe, is on like Spider-Man and Iron Man, and
who don't have faces.
Yeah, and like one big problem, actually, I've seen a couple months ago. Hi, Green Lady, or whatever your name is.
Emerald Herald.
Emerald Herald. There we go. A couple months back, like when he first got on Superman in the first place, I did see some people who were like mocking his facial structuring for Superman because the man can't draw faces. Like, he straight
up. What are you talking about? There's a lot of emotion in that, bunch of drool in Superman's mouth. Look at that.
It's not.
Oh, this thing's heavy.
It's not great. And he, like, back in like the 80s and 90s, he didn't have the same overabundance of really obvious ugly lines that he has today as well. Like, there were still some lines here and there, but like nowadays they're just all over the place. Like, you can't look at a single panel of his art without seeing just lines. And it's
I think you're talking about hatching or hashing.
Sort of. Like,
I think that's how you do shading in some things.
It's not done very well though. Like, not at all. And it's just like it's been really distracting because I really liked the Superman run like prior to him getting on it as the artist, and it's been really distracting for me with him being the artist. And so like what kind of really prompted that was that for this month, like this past month, May, I believe, they were doing because you know comics do promotional events with like alternate covers and stuff, and so for all of their main series issues, they had John Romita Jr. do alternate covers for like all of them, and I was like, but why? Like, he's not a great artist, so why do you do this?
So back to Dark Souls.
Well, real quick, like just before we go back to Dark Souls, real quick, what makes me especially sad is that one of the new Batman series that's coming up is called All-Star Batman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they did an All-Star Superman before.
Yeah, and it's being written by Scott Snyder, which I approve of because Scott Snyder was the person who has been on the Batman mainline comic since the New 52 began. And he's done a very, very good job with it. But
is he the one who did "I'm the Goddamn Batman"?
No.
That quote?
No.
Okay.
No, Scott Snyder is a very recent.
That guy.
He's a very recent Batman writer. That like the goddamn Batman is, I believe, Frank Miller.
I wanted Frank Miller.
Yeah.
I want Batman to go around calling people retarded.
But yeah, I really like Scott Snyder as a Batman writer, and what makes me sad is that John Romita Jr. is the artist for All-Star Batman. Or at least he's one of the announced artists so far. So that makes me a little bit sad. But anyway, where are we?
We're in Brightstone Cove. How many minutes are we in? 6 minutes? Jesus.
I don't believe I've ever seen this area, actually.
This isn't. This isn't an optional area. This is on the route program.
Where does it lead to?
It leads to the final great being that we need to kill. This is after one of the rat areas. And I did check it out in Majula, the armorer guy. So he sells boss armor. The first set is unlocked if you spend at least 1,000 souls in his wares, and you know once you've done that, then it unlocks like half of them, and the next half is unlocked if you buy 16,000 souls worth of armor in his wares, and then that's when he sells the rest of them. And once you and for each
we got daddy
each
pigs
one,
this time apparently.
Yep. These are much bigger than the piglets. And once you spend 1,000, his sitting animation changes. First he was on the floor, and now he's in a chair, I think. And then it will change again when you go to a 16,000, and I will show that off for later. And his dialogue does also change. He's thinking about. At first he's like, "Oh, this place kind of sucks. How do I get back home?" And
why is there a pig in a well?
And then next, I have no idea how he got here, but whatever. And then next he's like, at the moment he's like, maybe it's not so bad in Majula. I might stay here for a while. Oh, and then it will change again.
Ow. Oh, well. Apparently that guy got us, huh?
Yeah, well, no he didn't. I teleported out of his mouth and killed him. You saw the footage. Yeah. And
That's exactly
also
what happened.
Ben Hart of Jugo, who's apparently a character you like, he can be summoned here for the following boss. Quote unquote boss. This is like...
Is it
the upcoming boss is very like...
Is it another room full of monsters?
It is like the most room full of monsters in this game.
That's disheartening considering how many rooms full of monsters we've already seen.
Yeah, like... At least for the rats Vanguard, you have to choose the... Oh, bye, Ben Hart. You were always terrible. I think he got jumped off the cliff or something. You know,
Looks
at
like
least
he
for
might have
the
been.
rats.
It looks like he might have been hit by the falling rock or something.
Nah, he's not that. Well, maybe. But you know, for the Rat Vanguard, at least you have to choose the right one. You know, there's something there.
Yeah.
And then, you know, for the gargoyles, there's a progression thing to it at least. You know, but
then of
the
course
upcoming
there's
boss
the
is just like enemies that share a health bar, like literally.
There's also the skeletal.
Yeah,
assembly.
like that's also, you know, at least there's progress to that as well. At first, you have to kill, you know, the guys on their thrones or whatever, and then bring in the regular skeletons, then bring in the tougher skeletons, and bring in the wheel skeletons. You know, there's something that, you know, that's still terrible, but at least it's something. This following boss is completely nothing.
I'm gonna also say, like, having it kind of laid out all like directly next to like in succession, it really hammers home the difference in boss design and like encounter design between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. Like, are there any bosses in the first Dark Souls that are room full of enemies? Because I can't think of one.
The closest one would be Four Kings.
Yeah, and that's like, it's a DPS race that is,
yeah,
because
it's not really a room full of enemies. It's it's a multi boss enemy. You know, it's not like in the sense of what we're about to fight, but it's
it's like, I mean, the Four Kings is kind of like the Bell Gargoyles in a way.
Kinda,
like,
yeah.
that'd be the closest comparison, I would say, at least. And like, neither of those are anything like the three room full of enemy bosses we've already fought.
Oh, there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more than DLC as well. Oh boy.
Great. Could you consider the chariot a pseudo room full of enemies boss as well, or?
No, because the because the regular enemies you see in the room, they don't affect the boss's health bar.
Would that be more like Gravelord Nito
no,
or something?
those are ads. Those aren't the actual boss. Those are just ads.
Yeah. Would you say that's more like Gravelord Nito then?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because they can be revived.
What is
enemies in Nito.
Oh, well.
So close, yet so far, Banhart.
Oh, look at that guy. He's
Ooh. It's very weird. Like, for some reason, like when you kill an enemy and then you go away and then you come back, how they reload the corpses, it's like it looks like that Star Trek teleport thingy. It looks like they've been teleported into a boulder or something.
Yeah, he got fused into the ground and had a.
That's what happens to them.
I mean, he seemed like he was having a grand old time with it, so who am I to judge? But
I guess. Wouldn't you do it if you had the opportunity?
Yeah.
Just merge yourself with the wall.
So we're trying very hard to keep Benhart alive until we get to the boss.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Because to do with his quest line, it's the exact same with Lucatiel. You have to summon him at least 3 times, and he has to survive the fight for all 3 times. I think for both of them,
apparently
for
not
and Lucatiel.
going very well.
No, it's not going well. But at least I can resummon them. I think for both Benhart and Lucatiel, you can summon them for 5 fights. So I'm just trying to give him as much opportunity as I can, because he might die during the boss fight. I don't know.
Right.
Lucatiel's safe. We've already summoned her 3 times. So the next time we meet her, that will complete her quest line. But for Benhart, this is the first time. So.
Do we need to kill those guys who are up top? Like, are they gonna jump down and ambush us if we don't?
I don't know. But also, you never know. They might aggro Banhart and then he's gonna get stuck in the wall or something. you can never be too careful with him.
So, alright. So what's all these spiky crystal spires that are below us right now?
I guess this is just like a mining area, and crystals are worth something. I don't know.
Or do we not, like, go down there at any point?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do go down there. You've really forgotten this area, have you?
What? Like, yeah, I don't
hey,
know
giant
this.
spider.
I don't know this area at all.
So at the very beginning, when I said a boss does change in
Oh.
New Game Plus, this encounter is only New Game Plus.
Huh.
So the Duke's Deer Freya, that is the 4th Great One, and it is not possible to kill him here, but it is. You can do damage, and the damage does transfer over to the actual fight, which is good.
Right.
And he just goes away. Bye.
Huh.
And I was actually scared if Banner were just gonna jump down and go after him. But
Just chase after the spider.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. He's already used to jumping off cliffs.
Yeah. I mean, he got pushed, but, you know, that's all it takes to start, you know, being willing to take the jump yourself.
Yeah. In this case, it's actually justified because he's going after something. And the other ones is just a mistake.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see a bunch of spiders here, as you can tell from
course.
the door.
Yeah, we're going
you can
into
see
the
a
spider
Spider-Man
door.
logo in the door.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a bunch
I
of
think
tunnels.
I know. So yeah, I think I know this place. Like I remember this, but I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't remember like the valley leading here. So I must
that
not
treasure
have been
chest
paying
does
attention.
aggro. If you open that treasure chest, it will aggro a room full of enemies. So I'm trying to keep Banhart alive here, so I'm not gonna do that.
Beautiful. It's too bad you can't heal.
Oh.
Oh, hi.
Oh hey enemies.
Oh,
why
it's
are
bunch
you a
of-
boss again?
It's a bunch of mages too.
You find these enemies in the world, like especially the ones on the floor.
Can you?
Yeah. This is a cool fight.
I'm profoundly disappointed right now.
Look, they have, like, even the mages, they have movesets the player has. Cool.
That was. Oh.
That big guy in the middle. His health bar's the top one, and then the other.
Yeah, I
faces,
gathered
and the ones on
that.
the floor is the other. For all.
Wow. Wow. That was
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah.
I-
Oh hey, didn't I just fight you?
But now it's a red phantom, so clearly it's more
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, that only increases negative plus, and you can get their outfit. So that's
Hello,
when you
spider.
know. Yes. I'm actually not sure which ones go aggro or not, but
Well,
this one would have, I guess.
that guy died in midair.
Yeah, it's because his leg got caught in the wall.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, you usually like I know a lot of people were really creeped out by the spiders in Skyrim. Like, they
I
don't
was about to
usually-
mention that. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't usually bug me in video games, but like, man, when they just come up on you out of nowhere like that, oh boy.
Is it
It's-
spiders in particular?
It's I mean, any sort of like creepy thing, but like
Okay.
with spiders it's particularly true to life because in the old apartment that I used to live in actually around
Oh, boy.
around September every year from September to like November it was just spider season and like if you were hanging out in the living room downstairs you would literally just like randomly see spiders start like skittering across the wall or the floor, like just whenever. And
You never got used to it.
there was one point I would kill them most of the time when I saw them. I would kill them, and there was one point where I started counting. And at the height, there was roughly, I believe, 15 spiders per day.
Ugh. And you killed every single one of them.
Yes, I did.
Oh wow.
for like 2 months, and so yeah, it's very true to life to when spiders like just suddenly appear out of nowhere.
Well, you don't even need that sort of experience. I mean, spiders are just creepy in general.
I'll admit, like I have a bit of arachnophobia, but I don't understand people who think that spiders are like cute or anything like that. That just boggles my mind.
That is like, that's nothing, you know.
Well, I know there are weirder things than that out there, but like,
Exactly.
How could you keep a tarantula as a pet? Like, I don't understand.
Well, you know, it's not that like I understand that. It's just like I've become so desensitized to that sort of stuff. Like, whatever.
Oh, I still think. Hi, why are we back talking to him?
Because we need to finish his dialogue because I didn't do that last time.
Oh. I still think it's like, even with all the other like weird stuff that I've seen, like I don't know. I still think that wanting a spider as a pet ranks pretty high on the level of weirdness, like meter.
It's at least more interesting than like keeping a goldfish as a pet.
Just feed the goldfish to the tarantula.
These spiders in this room don't go aggro on you for some reason.
Oh, because they're, part of that guy's congregation.
Probably. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And this is like another one of these reincarnated NPCs from the first game. Like, this is just Cromwell. I don't know if that's the name of this guy or the name of the first guy, but I'm just gonna call him Cromwell. But they're wearing the exact same armor, and they do the exact same thing. His purpose is to remove.
Cromwell.
Oh, yeah, this guy's Cromwell. I can't remember what the first guy was called, but both of them, they remove your sin level.
Right.
And the first one's in the house, I think. I think that's the case for both of them. And he is more useful because your sin level carries over to New Game Plus.
Right.
Unlike in the first game, which I infinitely more prefer. Because that makes no sense. Because like the NPCs you killed and gained sin level for, like they're back. So,
yeah.
But you still like riddled with guilt, even though that the people you killed are like they're fine. So whatever. But that system is back in the in Dark Souls 3, where it resets when you get into New Game Plus. So thank goodness for that.
The sin system is another good example of Dark Souls having mechanics that it literally never tells the player about.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
hey.
Hi.
It's Pate and Creighton. Match of the century.
Who's going to win? Who are we,
who do you think is going to win?
I imagine we're not rooting for Pate, but I could be wrong.
Okay, well, this fight does go on for a while, and then the thing is, you have to pick a side.
Of course.
So theoretically, if I just left these guys to just kill each other, which one do you think would actually win the fight?
Well, it's looking like Pate has the advantage right now.
Yeah, he has the range and defense.
Well, he's just getting a lot more hits in too, and he's like doing a lot more damage with them.
Yeah, it's because the Axis is slower moveset, I guess, and these guys are breaking each other's points really easily. So yeah, you are correct. Pate would win if I don't interfere. But you don't complete either of these guys' quest lines if I don't do anything, so I have to pick a side.
Sure. So we're gonna dress up in Pate's armor.
Yeah. I'm the real Pate. I have your stuff.
Oh, his spear too.
Even
of course.
even his weapons and his shield. Because he gave me that stuff. There is Pate cosplayer. Oh, fan Pate.
Well.
So which side do you think I'm going to take?
Well, there can't be two Pates. Like, geez.
No, there can't be two Pates. There can only be one Pate. So I'm going to side Creighton.
Does he go aggro on us, or does he keep fighting?
No, he has his eyes focused on his opponent.
Well,
I Pate.
Yeah.
And
we
I
have a second spear.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
and I have his spear, yeah. Oh, and that ring he drops, you can actually kill Pate yourself, and then present the ring to Creighton, and he's like, oh, you did me good. Bye. So Creighton's all like, yeah, I killed him. Me. I did it.
Yeah, that's like
And-
you've seen the little comic strip about like appropriation of creative works.
Oh, bullshit.
Well, it's like a guy walks up to another guy. He's like, I made this. The second guy's like, you made this? And then in the third panel, he's looking at what the first guy made, and he's like, I made this.
Okay. Wow.
Same thing. It's
and-
like, you kill Pate, and then he's like, oh, you killed Pate? Oh, I killed Pate.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you sided with Pate and then you killed Creighton, the dialogue's pretty much the same. And they both would give you a key that's like, and they both would go, hey, I have this thing down there. You should go check it out. Whatever's there is yours.
Is it worth
They both
actually
they
getting?
both do that. So I don't know who it actually belongs to. Either way, one of them killed the other, and I don't know whose key it is, but that's what you get.
It belongs to both of them, clearly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, these guys were probably roommates, and then
Yeah,
one
exactly.
of them didn't do the dishes.
They had a falling out. They had a separation. And
yeah,
then
Creighton was the messy one. Pate was the clean one.
they had to decide who got what, but nobody wanted to part
Creighton,
with.
why did I say about bringing in your friends here? And I don't like how
Exactly.
you smoke inside. Do it outside.
Like, look at the mess these spider guys make. Like, geez, come on.
I have to kill 15 of these spiders every day. Why do you keep bringing them in?
Like,
For 2
stop,
months.
Stop coming them in. Like, stop bringing them into the house, man. Like, geez. We got a great wide outdoors right
I
there.
mean, I know you want to keep spiders as pets, but that's ridiculous. Don't do that.
Look at how they're embedding themselves in these other guys' backs and making zombie Spider-Men. Like, come on. Get real. Get real. Jeez.
Oh, I died here?
Yeah.
I forgot. Oh, I must have cut a lot of footage.
Oh, jeez.
Well, but
Well,
much like...
Thank you for
Yeah,
breaking that door.
goes that door.
We're trying to open.
Oh, hey, Bowman Guthrie. We saw him in Belfry Soul. We
you're-
saw him in that rat area earlier and
Oh.
invading us here.
Is he? What's going on with that spider there, buddy?
I don't know.
It's having some real issues.
Fucking Guthrie. Why don't you
Oh,
just
God.
leave us alone?
He really wants to get souls for killing us.
Yeah, he's targeting us
Well.
specifically. He even invaded us twice in one area.
I mean, he's dead now, so it's not like it makes much of a difference.
Yeah, I think it's the last time we meet him. Man, that Dark Souls comic is terrible.